Cool in the building. Didn't think this was gonna happen. He was playing around a lot. Kept saying, maybe I'll join, which led to,
No, I was always gonna come. This guy's lying.
yeah, it's not true. He's been, I got text messages to prove it. Non-committal. If I was his girlfriend, I'd be worried, but I'm not. So I'm still worried, but I'm not worried as a girlfriend. So, all right. So roll. Quick couple stats on your team before we get started. I've got some stats for you. 2025, your team was ninth in points for, not bad. Seventh in max points for. So, say you started your best lineup every week, you would have finished seventh. You're fifth in points again, so pretty middle of the road. Pretty middle of the road.
Yeah,
Record was 4
definition
and
of
10.
mid.
What's that?
I said definition of mid.
Yeah, you were unlucky, I would say at times, but it's fine. You got the 103, which I believe you still have,
Yeah, I do.
so you'll be all right with that. All right, so let's just get started right away. I don't want to keep you all waiting. We're gonna go through rules trades first to see how we built that team that finished 10th place this year. Not going all the way back to the start. We're going back to the beginning of 2025 with kind of, I think it might have been the first trade of the league year between you and
Oh my god,
Seattle.
I don't even remember this.
March 9th, 7th. This is an amazing feature. If you're watching, or you can see my screen, I did not know this existed. If you ever want to see this, go to League, Recent Activity, View All, and you can click on any team, all the trades they made. I made 137. Oh, this is, okay, I think this is all the, this would show all
Everybody.
the, what's that?
Is that everybody or all your trades ever?
I think this is all my trades, maybe. I make 137 trades this year. I think this is. I think that's wrong. I think that might be everyone's trades.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what it's doing. I think it's counting all of. Yeah, it might be all your trades ever. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But if you ever want to look at your old trades, this is crazy. I didn't know this existed, and I've wasted a lot of time scrolling. So first trade you sent. 2025 first, which was Joe's, which at that point was the 103, and you sent my 2025 first, which was the 104 in some way. So the 103 and 104. And in return, you got Stafford, a 2025 first, which was the 105, a 2025 first, which was the 107, which we'll talk about that pick later, and then Seattle's second and third this year, which was 205 and 305. So what that ended up being was Henderson and Warren for Stafford. You picked Tet. You ended up trading that other first round pick, Dylan's, I think it was, to Joe, who took Judkins. You also traded the second you got from Seattle, and that was the Jaden Higgins pick, and then you picked 305 Marks. So, how do you feel? How do you feel looking back now, almost a year later? What do you feel about this trade?
I like that trade. I got Tet.
Yep.
I got I think I got back did I get back my first for
You
this year?
you
Or is
ended
that a
up
different trade?
you got your first back. Yes, I think. I think you got it back here in this trade.
Okay. So this one was just
Yeah, you got.
moving down a couple spots and picking up a bunch of picks.
Yeah, you moved down, and honestly, I think you got the best of those three players. I'm just being honest. I
Yeah,
think
Tet.
I think Ted is the steal of the draft. It's crazy. You got him at the fifth. I don't think you would have been worse off if you just took Warren and Henderson or took Warren or Ted and Henderson. But I think you made out pretty well with tight ends, which we'll get to later on. But I was going to say, I think this is pretty even for both of you. I think you both kind of won this one, win-win, if
Now
there are
Tyler Warren,
win-wins.
I thought that was a reach. I mean, he's worth it. He
He's
got
been
a good
good.
pick there.
He's no Colston Loveland, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, it's obvious.
All right, then, like I said, we did a three-man trade. I was involved in this one as well, but we won't talk about me. You were pretty much just you and I think you threw in an extra first. I don't know how this worked out actually. What ended up happening is you sent the 107, which ended
I
up
sent the
getting
first from
Judkins.
yeah.
You sent Dylan's first, which was the 107 of 2025, and then you got in return your 2026 first, which is what you have now, the 103, and Jurgen's 2026 second, which is the 212. So who knows what's going to happen with those picks, but I mean, you won theoretically. You went from 107 to 103. So it's either you take Henderson or Judkins or whichever player you're going to take at the 103 this year. So I that's pretty good business, and you got the extra second. So I'm assuming you're happy with that one.
Yeah. I mean, Judkins looking back, maybe I would have taken that, but
That's I have in my
at the
notes.
time, I'll take that. I mean, who knows? Maybe 103 is going to be good for me this year.
We'll see. I don't really know who. It depends on who goes where. Like if Tate goes somewhere really nice, then it's probably your pick. And Tate and could do a team name with that. Who knows? All right, May 6th. This is draft day. Now we're on to draft day trades. So you traded another one with Joe. Actually, you guys enjoy trading with each other. It seems. You sent Jalen Warren, Josh Downs, Joe's second, and Seattle's second, which were the 205 and the 204. Those picks again ended up becoming Jaden Higgins and Cam Scottaboo with Joe with Joe's, I think. And then in return, you got Worthy, you got Joe's 2026 second, which turns out to be the 204, and you got Archie's 2025 second, which was the 212. Do you remember who you got with that pick?
I think Harold Fannin.
You did. You got Harold Fannin. So I don't know. I'm thinking you won this one.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Worthy was better, and Warren's like somehow had good weeks last year.
Warren was good. I don't know if
Warren's not
stay
going to
good.
beat. I mean, he got dude. Kenneth Gainwell beat him out at the end of the year, so we'll see how. I think Caleb Johnson also is probably gonna
You have to
not be
think.
a ghost,
Yeah.
but
I think he's a free
Worthy,
agent.
we'll see.
Worthy. I mean, if Worthy doesn't figure it out this year, then I don't know. Then maybe we have to revisit and see what Josh Downs is doing. And if Scottaboo
No,
isn't out of the
dude,
league, so it might be more even
I
than I'm
feel
looking
bad
at
for
now.
Josh.
But
They screwed Josh Downs, bro. He would be good anywhere else, but
I
Tyler
agree.
Warren like killed him.
I agree. And I don't think he's a free agent until next year. I want to say so. He's got another year there at least. But maybe with Alec Pierce leaving free agency, we get more looks. But they're kind of different players, so who knows? All right, nothing burger here. I think this trade you moved up to take Kyle Williams. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I still stand by that trade.
well, it was the 212, so you
Yeah,
moved out of the basically end of well, not basically end of the second, early third to get a guy you liked. And I mean, he was a premier UDFA that year, if I remember. Or, yeah, I do remember because it was
he was
not that long
supposed
ago.
to go in the second.
He he did. He was
That's
going in
why.
second, like weeks after we drafted, but we drafted early thanks to Dylan. Dylan wanted to draft early, definitely not me. Um, but yeah, you took him there, so I don't hate that. I believe this is still during draft time, so we'll go through this one and we'll go through your picks. You sent Justin Fields to get Zach Ertz in a 27 second. I don't. I think this is another. I'm more of a
Nothing
nothing
trade.
burger, but you ended up getting Monangai for Ertz for me, of course. So obviously, I think you win here, and who knows what Fields gonna be doing. He wasn't good in New York. Maybe he gets another shot, but I feel like he's just a career backup at this point. But
He might not start.
yeah, I don't think
He
so.
might not start like be come into a season the starter ever again.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that'd be crazy to do that. All right, moving on to your draft. So you had the 101. I don't remember how you lost it. I didn't go
I
back and
lost
review
it
it.
in insanely dumb trade.
Was
It
that the?
was my whole draft class for Khalil Herbert and Brian Robinson. That's what it was. But it was like
Oh
3 years in
man,
advance.
yeah, it's
And I was
tough.
like, okay, fuck, I don't care about these picks. I need running backs now.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And
That'll do it.
Khalil
Yikes.
Herbert and Brian Robinson.
I mean, Tim believes in Brian Robinson, so maybe you should too. All right,
he
but
had
anyways, go ahead.
I would say he had some good weeks. in
Yeah,
Washington, but he looks
yeah,
cooked.
yeah, it's over for him, I think. All right, you ended up with 105 through the trade. You did have both these 3 and 4, so that
Yeah,
I don't remember how you did that, but you got those back. Ended up taking Tet. I don't think we need to talk about this one too much because this is an obvious home run, 1,000 yard season, 7 touchdowns. You'd like to think he's only going to get better. I think that really depends on Bryce Young, who I'm still believing in. I'm still a Bryce Young believer. The stats don't back me up too much, but I still think he can turn it around. I think Ted's going to be good no matter who's his quarterback. Honestly, I think this proved
yeah,
that. This year proved that.
yeah. I'm not a believer in Bryce.
I am. I'm a Bryce believer. Just made that up.
Like,
Do you wish you took someone different? I guess the answer is no.
nah.
Do you wish
I don't
you
know.
do you wish you would have just stayed and picked Henderson and Tet instead of dropping down and
No.
now having yeah? Because I think you won out in the end because you still have the 103.
I
So I
think I
think that's
got
it.
my first from this year out of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
you did. So I think that's worth it. All right, moving on. Trey Harris. I thought he was going to do better, do more this year. What are your thoughts on him?
Keenan Allen was a problem for him. Guy, just too many people in front of him.
Yeah,
Can't
agreed.
judge him till this year. This year is deciding factor on this guy. I have no idea because I mean, coaches liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy played late down the stretch. He got a
Get some
couple
targets.
touchdowns,
Um,
but
I just don't know what they're doing with Quentin Johnston because you'd think just based off draft capital he's probably ahead of him in the depth chart. But we've seen a couple good weeks from Johnston. He started off the season well, obviously, but battled injuries. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going
I
to be
think
between those two to see who's going to be the wide
I'm
receiver two.
feeling lower on Harris and higher on Gadsden after McDaniels.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. I think that's probably about right. I think he still could do a job. I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't think Keenan Allen's coming back. It just depends on what the new offense looks like.
he is gone. He can't come back.
There's no shot. All right, probably the steal of the draft. Maybe argument for, well, as of right now, the steal of any draft. Harold Fannin, who turned out to be the tight end 6 at the 212. That's pretty good.
Still Puka. Puka was in our first year.
That's right. He was a UDFA. It was just a pickup. He wasn't even a drafted player. It was just insane. But a good pick. This is a great pick. I think we all were kind of high on him. I knew I was going to take him if he made it to here, but I knew he wasn't. So ended up with Tootin instead because I needed running backs. And I'm happy with Tootin, but Fannon's looking good. And a Pro Bowl quarterback, so who knows how long
Exactly. Shador is the future.
who knows how long that'll keep up.
No, Fannin is ridiculous with the ball in his hands. He's actually
He's very good.
translating exactly how he was in college.
Yep. And Njoku's a free agent, so he doesn't really have that to worry about, even though he didn't. I think
Yeah.
he was hurt.
And their offensive coordinator, the new one, he's the guy from Baltimore. They
Monken.
fucking force fed Mark Andrews with
That's
that
true.
dude. I remember.
That's
So
true.
I think he's going to be potentially top 5 next year.
I
Potentially.
think he's all right. I think that's a fair bet. I would put money on that. I wouldn't have no problem with it. He went with another tight end, Terrence Ferguson, who
Um,
had more of what you'd expect a rookie tight end season to be like. This is by no means bad,
yeah, especially on the Rams. Like
especially on the
Rams rookies are
Rams.
always like
Mm-hmm.
this.
A lot of mouths to feed there. He's the third tight end behind Parkinson at some points during the year. Now, there's another guy Tim's huge on. I don't know if that Parkinson's ever going to have a season like this again. I don't see Parkinson catching 8 touchdowns again. Uh, but I like Ferguson for the future. I think he proved he
I think it'll
he could
take a
do
year or
it.
two for sure, but
Yeah,
this
exactly.
guy's
But that's
good.
fine. That's what you need. That's what you're expecting at tight end. You don't expect him to have a Herald fantasy season, so I think you're fine with that.
Yeah.
Woody Marks, the man who's almost as old as us as a rookie.
This guy is so funny.
I know you're high on him, but let's have your thoughts. How do you think
I'm
he did
not
in year
even that
one?
high on him. I just love the guy because he's a hilarious player.
A
Gets
3.59
hurt.
yard per
He
carry.
gets hurt every single game and somehow comes back the next week and plays okay. Like the numbers don't look good. I think their O line is like the worst in the league
A
though.
bad O line. But, I mean,
And
it should just be
I
him
don't
next year, unless they draft somebody,
yeah,
so that's looking good.
I could easily see them getting Brees Hall or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
They definitely need help on
So
offense, so I can see that.
I think he's gonna play, but might not be a starter.
Probably just a career backup.
Yeah.
And then the boy, the most prized possession of all, the belle of the ball, Kyle Williams.
I still believe.
I believe too.
I don't know. I think the Pats are weird with rookies too. Like Travion Henderson also kind of got stonewalled a little bit.
Yeah, just ask Seattle about that one.
Yeah.
Even with all this, he didn't really miss games. He played, he just didn't play a lot. My only worry is
Yeah.
he couldn't break into this room, and this room was bad. I mean,
Yeah. That's a big worry. He
yeah,
apparently, I don't know, from Pats fans don't like him, which is like
interesting.
anytime I'm looking at some of these players, I'm like, how do the fans feel? I don't think they feel very hopeful for him, so that's not a good sign.
Yeah, it's not
But
great.
um rookie year, guy
Rookie
looked
year.
lost.
Rookie year, good quarterback. I think
Yeah, he's got a good quarterback. I
he's a
think they
stash.
still
He's a
believe in
stash,
him.
absolutely.
They
Yeah.
got it. He's not a head case like fucking Jalen Polk was.
No, yeah.
He seems fine.
Yeah, no, this is. I think he'll be fine. I think he would. Yeah, obviously, don't cut me yet, but it's a good player. I think he's gonna be fine. All right, that was your draft. We're not going to talk about UDFA's. We're going to go back into some trades. Ours, you got your Bears boy Monangai for Ertz, which I mean Ertz is probably out of the league next year, so that's a definite win for you. A loss for me. That was a trend. Always losing trades. Monangai, who knows if he steps into the
Yeah.
lead back role? I mean, he could. He could.
Nah.
I don't know that they're going to trust him, but
I think we run it back.
Swift and Swift and
Yeah,
Monangai.
but I think towards the end of the year is more even the split,
Yeah.
which I think next year it'll be. I think he goes 1,000 yards if they run it back. Like,
Interesting.
not rushing total.
Oh yeah. I'll have to look away. I don't know exactly what his numbers were this year.
He was close this year, but he's definitely gonna
It's,
1,100,
yeah,
1,200
he
yards
was
next year.
close. 783 rushing and 164 passing. Glad I got rid of him for a fucking dog shit geriatric tight end. Made sense at the time. That's kind of what I got to keep telling myself. All right, then you traded another quarterback. This is your second quarterback traded of the season. After also acquiring a quarterback in Stafford, you traded Daniel Jones at the peak of his powers for 2/3.
So yeah,
Again, this is a nothing bird. I don't know why. I
he
don't
was
know why.
just like free picks.
It was free picks. You don't need him. He's never going to play. He might drop off next year and be worth nothing. I don't know why Seattle did this. We'll ask him next or in a couple weeks, a couple episodes when he's on. He's got good quarterbacks. He's got Burrow. Oh, Burrow was hurt maybe at that point. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was Burrow in May, so they
Burrow
both
was
had
hurt.
injuries this year. So maybe that's why he did it. But 2/3. So I think they're both Seattle's too. So you'll have they are. So you'll have the 2026 305, which I mean who knows what that's going to be, but
Yeah, the third round picks.
Third round. Start throws. And then one more with Tim here. You sent Xavier Leggett in the 2026 second, which was Tim's, which ends up being the 201, for Shakir and 2/3. You're just loving the third round picks these last couple trades.
Yeah, I figured they're all dart throws.
Yeah,
At the end of
thirds.
the day, especially in this draft,
Mhm.
I don't like anybody past 6 or 7 players
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
much.
say I think some guys will emerge We'll see draft position. Some running backs might shoot up the board depending on where they go, but in general, just
But
based
like
off
this
prospects,
past year, there was all these running backs, tight ends, like random
it was
guys
deep.
that you. It was deep. This year, there's not a lot.
And the main thing here is you move down from the 201 to the 311, which is tough.
Yeah, that was.
Um, but Leggett is terrible. He might be out of the league in a few years, and
It
you
was
got
more like a
Shakir back.
dump,
So I think,
like a
yeah,
cash dump.
get rid of Leggett and upgrade, massively upgrade to Shakir. Shakir's not even that great.
He's like
He's not.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not even that great. But Leggett's just that
I
bad.
just
So
know he's gonna be like playing in the NFL for the next 5
exactly,
years.
exactly. He. Well, I'll have my thoughts on him in a second, but this is a good trade for you. I think. Honestly, it's a pretty decent trade for both of you because
Just a second.
Tim
Yeah.
gets the early second, his second back, and probably should try to be getting more picks. But listen to last week's episode. Well, Tim, I don't think Tim's gonna listen to this one, but Tim needs a rebuild, man. He doesn't see it, but he needs a rebuild. Okay. And your last trade, I think you traded this for Fob. I don't know what's going on here.
I think you're like didn't want anybody to pick up Tua, so he offered me this trade, and I'm like, "What the hell?" He was like, "Just take it." I was like, "Okay,"
Was it
because I
Fob?
was out of the playoffs at this point, and he was just like, "I don't want anybody who needs a quarterback to have one for the playoffs, so just take this trade." I
That's
was like,
funny.
"Okay." So I don't know. I kind of don't. It's like whatever. He might not start next year.
He might not be. Yeah, he might not be on a roster. I don't know. It doesn't say there. It must say here what you got him for. It doesn't say. I think it was Fob. I think it was like 5 Fob or something like that. All right, that's
It
all your
was.
trades. That's how you got here. Now let's go through your team. I got notes on all of these guys, almost all these guys. So I'm gonna say my piece. You can say yours. I don't know if you've watched any of these yet. I have the 4 tier, 5 tiers: starter, backup, development. Who knows? Why is he rostered? This who knows is only here right now because we're pre-free agency and draft. So if I decide to do another round of these, this will be gone because we'll know like, oh, Stafford's not retiring, so he's going to be a backup or whatever it is. So starting off with quarterbacks, Caleb Williams locked in as a starter. Not as good as Goff, but he's locked in as a starter. I think that's an easy set and forget. I think over Stafford even. That might be a hot take on that, but maybe not. Stafford, if he doesn't retire, I think he's still a viable starter. I mean, he was. What was he? Top 10 quarterback again? Oh shit, he was third. That's right. He had MVP season. That's right. So maybe not. We'll see what happens with Stafford. I know they're probably going to lose Adams or might lose Adams. They might lose him. Like Stafford might go. So if he goes, you might have to think about backup quarterback because I don't know. We don't know what Tua's going to be doing. So any thoughts on your quarterback room? Like, dislike?
I think Stafford's got another year, so I'll probably figure it out next year. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick somebody up like fucking Daniel Jones
Well,
this next year.
you didn't have him, so you did have him. Now you don't.
Yeah.
KTC, you're familiar with KTC again. Disclaimer for
Yep.
all of you listeners out there: KTC is not to be used as Bible. It is a tool to help you gauge around what value your picks have in relation to what other people in the community think your assets have. So, if you ever, this is not talking to you, this is talking to the league. If you use KTC, please do not type in trades and use it as law. Just a reminder, just a disclaimer. So they think you have the ninth best quarterback room in the league, and I disagree. But that's only because people think once you hit a certain age, you have no value. Which, yes, technically is true with Stafford. You're not going to trade him for much, but I mean, Williams and Stafford is a pretty good one-two duo, I would say.
Yeah, for now.
For now. If Stafford retires, that might change. All right, moving on to running backs. Chase Brown. He had a slow start this year. I think everyone was kind of worried
Oh
about
yeah.
him, but he ended up still, I think, top. He was top 10, number 10 running back of the season. So I think
He was the league winner for a team that was good. He was good down
Yes,
the stretch.
yes, he was very good down the stretch. I am looking at his last after the bye, so week 11, he didn't go below 14 points. Well, he was at 12 once, but a couple 30-point games in there, he's very solid. Even though he didn't start off well, he's one that he's another one you just lock in your lineup and go. He's a good player, so I think you're happy to have him. Yes, I hope so.
Yeah,
Locked in
only starting
starter.
running.
Yes, yes. All right, I've already talked about Monungai a little bit. I do think he could be a starter or like flex. I think you probably will start him in the flex, honestly, depending on matchup. And if Swift goes down or if Swift doesn't come back, something like that. But I think he could be elevated to starter depending on a few of those things. But I think right now it's comfortable backup. That's one you're okay having on the bench, like and can start. I think that's a good backup. Same thing with Marks, but like I said, he's old. But he's more contingent on what they do in the draft because I think they're going to draft a running back or pick up a running back. If they don't, then he's locked in and starter because he's going to get the
I
carries
think
at
he's
least
just
early.
he's going to always be in a split, like a hard
Yeah,
split. I
yeah,
don't think he's ever going to
you're
be
probably
best
right.
running back.
Yeah, Blake Corum. I want to hear your case for Blake Corum. I have my own thoughts, but what do you have on Corum?
I think he's going to split next year with Kyron.
Yeah, I
I
think so
just
too.
think he was so good down the stretch. Like I think he had a couple fumbles that like took him out of games where the coaching staff was just like, "All right, we're just not going to play him anymore." Where he was rolling,
Yeah,
but next year
yeah,
he's got to be at like 10, 15 touches a game.
I think you're right.
And I think in the Rams offense, like he's gonna score a lot.
Yep, I agree. I think he's one that um, he is a little older. I didn't realize he was also 25,
No,
but he isn't ever going to be the main guy. But I mean, even as the backup last year, he had 746 yards and 6 touchdowns, which is very good. I could see him being one that Kyron, I think, is
he
under contract
also
for another couple of years. I think he could be one that is the next guy or gets traded.
yeah he also like didn't really start splitting till later in the
No,
year.
no, I'm looking at his stats. He didn't have a game with over. Well, first off, he only had like 6 games over 10 attempts. He didn't have one of those until week 7, and then didn't have. He had 5, 6 after that. But I do like Corum going forward. I think he's a solid backup too.
Yeah, and I'm honestly comfortable with sweating it out with these four running backs. It's pretty thin, but
And it,
I
yeah,
could rotate them around Chase Brown.
yeah, and anyone can step up and be the RB2 for a week or flex or whatever you need. Um, they're not going to be like 20 points a game or anything, but I think all these guys
No,
are good for these two especially are good for 8 to 12 a game, and then Corum depending on what's going on with Kyron because he does have some injury stuff. Uh,
yeah,
he can step up and be basically what Kyron is honestly because I don't know I'm not a huge Kyron Williams fan, but that's just me.
yeah,
All right, then a
I'm
couple of
not either.
guys who are Taj Brooks. I don't know. I honestly didn't even know who this was for a little bit. I had to go look at him. I think you hold on to him just because he's a handcuff, but I don't ever see him being anything in the NFL.
Yeah, honestly, like probably I'm gonna drop him or cut him
Yeah,
soon
yeah. He's one that I
within
only
the draft.
have.
I just had him just in case Chase Brown got hurt, but I don't even
Yeah.
think he's gonna be the handcuff next year.
No, I would. I'm assuming they bolster that position because they don't have anybody else aside from Brown. I
Yeah.
think Samaje Perine might still be on that team, but he's also I think 30. So
Mm.
um, yeah, I think he's definitely more of a cut candidate here. I was being kind to you here. Phil Maffa, another one. I feel like he's another one that's probably a cut candidate, but he's still young.
Yeah. That
Um,
was what I just left him on the roster from early in the year when Dallas's running back situation was up in the air. Might
yeah,
as well have a dark horse.
yeah.
Never panned out. I think he like went on IR some point during the season.
I'm looking at his stats. He was on IR, and then he didn't play. He didn't play all year until week 18,
Yeah, their
I,
running backs look too good. There's like no shot for him now.
yeah, maybe if Javante Williams doesn't come back, maybe if Miles Sanders doesn't come back, but
No.
even if Miles Sanders comes back, like he's not that good. So like
Well, he was
maybe.
like a fucking. Here's the thing. The same thing with like Marunga. I think Marunga's worked his way in, but like when you're a seventh rounder, you get a year.
Oh yeah, you don't get much time at all.
You get a year,
Yep.
and then that's it. I feel like
Mm-hmm. He's
then
one
you
that
get buried.
if you had him on the taxi, then you just keep him there, but he can't go
Yeah,
on the
he's
taxi now.
gone.
So and Isaiah Davis is one I wouldn't cut yet. That's
Oh
just
no,
me.
no. I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him.
I liked what he did down all year actually. The only thing
I
is I don't
actually
know.
like the way he plays, and
I
it's
just,
like it sucks because he's behind two good running backs
and
on a
that's
shitty offense.
yeah that's the problem.
But
And
you just gotta keep guys you like sometimes. This is a guy like
yeah definitely because I can see him maybe not getting cut, but I mean he'll be a free agent at the end of next season or 2027 season. So um, he'll go somewhere else unless he's the lead back there. The only thing is I don't know if they're going to be as by committee this year, like because I know that was a thing for Brees Hall owners. Like why are we running back by committee when we have two guys that are not even close to as good as Brees? So maybe they don't do that this year with the new offensive coordinator, but also the Jets are a dumpster fire, so maybe they do the same thing. But I do like him. I was kind of shocked
did they hire anybody yet? The Jets?
yes, they hired. Oh my god, tip of my tongue. Hold on, I'll look it up. It's not loading, of course. Greg Roman, that's right.
Mm.
Greg Roman is the guy. Oh no,
I
sorry.
guess that's good for
No,
the
no, no,
running
no, no.
game.
Sorry, Frank Reich. It was Frank Reich, not Greg Roman.
Oh,
Greg Roman went somewhere else. Where did he go? He's not of the Giants because the Giants got.
I don't think he went anywhere
Bagley.
yet. Though.
No, I don't think he went.
He was rumored. He was rumored to
Wait,
the Giants. That's what it was.
where did he go? Chargers. No, he wasn't the Chargers. I don't know where. Okay, he's
He
not. He's
wasn't.
not hired yet. He's not hired yet.
He's not hired yet.
So they have Frank Reich, who.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to
But
be
I
as
don't
by
think they're gonna
committee.
keep. If they don't keep Brees Hall, I'm gonna keep him on my roster.
Oh
If they
yeah,
keep Brees Hall, then I'll probably get rid of him.
I think you keep him anyways. I think you got other guys you can probably cut over him. But if you
Well,
have
I
to
need to
cut
cut a
somebody,
lot of people. My roster's big. I need to cut a lot of people.
we'll start with Yoshivash down here. He's one that's I think you can
Yeah,
cut
he's
ties
gone.
with. He's one he never panned out. He's good for a touchdown here or there, but that's just not
No,
viable.
he's gone too.
Same thing with Polk. I didn't really even realize he was on the Saints now, which is bad of me, but I don't
You know
know.
what? I'm gonna give him a couple weeks.
I think you have to just because of what the receiver room
Just
is like
yeah.
down there, but I just
But I could easily see them drafting somebody.
I think so too. I remember. Oh, excuse me if I mocked them one. I did. I mocked them one. Jordan Tyson. I could see that. All right, Keandre Lambert Smith.
He's gone.
Yeah, man, he was so fun in the preseason last year. Everyone's hyping
Yeah.
him up.
There's like 10 receivers ahead of him. It
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah, that's a tough one. He's another one
Trey
that's
Harris is already there.
yeah. I don't know if you need
Also on
another
my
one of those
team.
guys. I don't know why we're going bottom to top, but we'll keep it going. Ryan Flanoy. I have a
Oh, I'm
I have a,
keeping him.
I have a hatred for this guy because one of my other
I know why you
leagues.
have a hatred for this. His best game was against the
Well,
Lions,
that too.
wasn't
That too. We won the game, so I don't really care. But this
it?
guy
Yes.
in one of my other dynasty leagues kept offering me Ryan Flanoy for I remember like a quarterback. I'm like, I'm not giving you a quarterback for this dog shit receiver. I didn't realize he had so many yards, but then I'm like, oh, he just had two good
He
games.
knows you're a Lions fan, and he knows you saw the game,
The
and he's
Jets and
trying to capitalize.
honestly, I erased most of the last season from my memory, but I do remember him going off. Like, what the fuck is happening?
I actually like the way he plays too. So I know he's got crazy competition in front of him, but
If if
we'll see if they even pay them both.
if Pickens goes, then I think this guy has
Yeah, I think
has
he's
has a
number two.
chance. Has a chance, yeah. It's not going to be Jalen
But
Tolbert. They've seen enough out of him.
it
He's
looks
probably
like
gone.
Pickens is going to stay. Either way, if any of them gets hurt, he can put the same stats they put up
Yeah.
because it's still Dak Prescott. You still got
Decent quarterback.
whoever gets hurt, CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens, whoever's still on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's like he's good for an injury spot.
Yeah. I think that one just I wouldn't, yeah, like you said, probably wouldn't cut him yet, but I mean next year if it doesn't pan out, he'll be 27 next year. That's pretty old. So
Yeah.
all right, McMillan. We'll see what
I think
happens
he's
in
gonna
Tampa.
stay.
I think he can easily move up to backup, like flex spot guy if Mike Evans goes. But we'll see. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, just wait on him. He's good enough to play in the NFL for a long time, so might as well just keep him, see what happens.
I have the worry about injury. He's not played a full season yet,
Yeah, it's not
and
good.
his rookie year was propped up by 8 touchdowns, and that's rare. Not I don't see that happening again. Another 8 touchdown
No,
season, but hey, could be wrong. They throw the ball a ton, so. Also funny you picked him with the 212 as well. So you back to back 212s. That pretty good.
I like the 212.
Yeah, I did 212 every time. All right, Jalen Lane here. Like, I see a path for him. I just don't know if he's any good. Like he's good enough to take it
Yeah, I
because
don't think he's gonna be any good as an actual receiver, but
yeah, because you
I
keep
think it's just worth the shot just because he's gonna be on the team, just because of
exactly.
special teams.
Yep.
So if they ever
Because
figure it out with him, who knows? But
yeah, and
probably not.
Debo's probably gone. Um, Noah Brown's like not a real play. Like you can beat out Noah Brown if you have to.
I think they take a receiver too.
Yeah, I have. I don't know what I had for them. I had an edge rusher for them, but I could see anything from edge to tackle to receiver. I could see them taking a running back. They have needs everywhere. Oh, by the
Yeah,
way, KTC has you also ninth in running backs as well, ninth out of 12, which I think is pretty. I would have
that's
probably have
fair.
you moved up maybe one spot just because I do like Mononga a lot. I wish I didn't trade him. I was so fucking dumb. God damn. All right, moving
They
up.
don't.
Kyle Williams, we already talked about him. We already talked about Trey Harris. We didn't really talk about Shakir. I talked a little bit about him with Tim's episode, but I want to hear your thoughts on Shakir because you went and traded for him.
If they actually get a real wide receiver one, he'll be better. That's my thoughts on Shakir.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they do that as well. I think they go get somebody.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be Keon, although technically he's still
Nope.
on the team, but he's not a receiver. He's not a dominant wide receiver one.
No. So I mean, this guy can still get easy 10, 15 points if
Yeah.
they're in a normal offense. This offense they had last season was so fucking ugly, dude. It's
Mm-hmm.
terrible to watch.
Yep. And I have him as backup, but these two both have as backup, but I have these both penciled in as your flexes. I don't have it down here, but I would put them in as your flex 1 and 2 right now. It can
Mhm.
change with depending on who these guys are playing, what happens with their situations. But same thing with Worthy. I thought he was going to be much better than he was this year with Rice being suspended. We'll see because he might get suspended again. I think he's got to take the jump. The only issue is Mahomes is going to be out for a while, so
Yeah, I'm not too hopeful on Worthy right now,
I think
but
he
we'll see.
can't give up on
He
him.
looked bad. He looked bad
Yeah,
this past game, but still early.
that whole Chiefs offense was bad though. It was not a very good offense. God, he only had one
Yeah,
touchdown. I never. That was against the Lions, of
he wasn't
course.
that good, dude.
Yikes! I thought he had. Yeah, that's not. These are not good stats.
It felt like he got focused a lot on defense because it's like, oh, he's their number two receiver,
That's
and
not.
then fucking they'd have all these random guys score touchdowns.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown. He scored a bunch. I
Yeah,
remember. Yikes! All right, Rome Dunze. What are your thoughts on your boy Rome?
disappointed this year, but I think he was hurt for a lot of it. Honestly,
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
he looked fine before
Mm-hmm.
probably like midway point of the season.
I'm just looking
I
at
still
some
think he's.
stats. I mean, yeah, he started off well, had a great game against the Lions.
I doubted it before, but I mean, Luther Burden could be number one receiver
You
next year.
think?
So that's the only worry. Yeah, he was very good.
I
He
don't
was very good.
know.
He could be. I don't think it's like a guarantee. I still think Rome's the number one, but
I think
I came into the year thinking like, oh, that's ridiculous, and now I'm like, okay, I can see it because Luther was so fucking good in some of those games.
he was very good down the stretch. I could see them both get 1,000 yards. I could see that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like 1A, 1B almost.
like Ayuk and Debo
Yeah.
when they were in San Francisco, that's like kind of what I expect, like best case scenario.
Yeah. Is DJ Moore gone, do you think?
I have no idea. I hope not. I honestly kind of turned a corner on him,
You want him
but
back? God, Bears fans were calling for his head.
yeah, that's emotional, in
Heat,
the
heat of
moment.
the
But
moment.
he had two of the most insane moments in recent Bears history. So you gotta, and he's been around a bunch of losing. I feel bad for him.
It
Want him
depends.
to enjoy the winning if we continue to win next year.
He's not on contract, is he?
He is.
Okay, he is. So they have to trade him.
It's a hard contract to move. I know that too. So
Yeah,
that's one reason why he might
I
not.
think he stays around. Then I thought he was a free agent. I don't know why. Well, I still think Rome's. I think Rome is probably still above DJ Moore, in my opinion. I watched a decent amount of Bears this year, but that's just me. Then we already talked about Tet. Don't need to go back over him. He's locked in starter for the next 10 years, maybe. He's very good. I'm a big Tet guy, honestly.
Yeah.
Phantom we already
He needs
talked
to stop.
about.
He needs to stop trying to fucking one hand the ball. Though he keeps trying to one
Yeah,
hand the ball. He dropped
more
like
fun.
3 touchdowns this year. I swear.
Can't do that.
He was trying to one hand it.
Can't be doing that. Already talked about
No,
Fannin, locked in, tight end one. Aronde Gadsden, you alluded to earlier. Um,
I'm I'm loving him for next year.
I'm with you. He was good as a rookie. He just didn't have the tight end numbers, or the touchdown numbers as a lot of other tight ends.
I
But
think he dropped off too.
he had a lot
Just
of
the whole offense kind of the line when your O line is that shitty,
yeah,
everything just kind of sucks.
yeah. As we
But
saw with the Lions this year.
Mike McDaniel,
Yeah.
that you remember that fucking Johnu Smith year?
Yeah, we'll get to John Smith.
Mike
You still got
McDaniel.
him on the roster.
He's like a proud father. He's like
He's the locker
the
room
fucking
presence.
master splinter right now. The old guy walking my tight end room.
Seriously, he's dragging up the average age. Average age is 25 years old. It'd probably be 23 if you didn't have John. Oh, by the way, KTZ has you at 7th out of 12 in receivers, which again I think is probably fair.
That's fair.
Um, just because we don't know what's happening with Worthy, Shakir, Harris. But if those three guys, or even two of those guys, or one of those guys starts doing what they should, then that'll be moved right up. All right, next we got Ferguson. We already talked about Isaiah Likely. I feel like we've been waiting on Isaiah Likely to break out since he came into the league. So I don't know. I know
Yeah,
you're a big
it's looking
Likely
iffy
guy.
on him. It's looking iffy for him. But here's the thing: they got to do something about this Mark Andrews Isaiah Likely situation.
Agreed.
It's so fucking frustrating. Either move on or
Just pick one.
move to Likely.
Yep,
And I think they're going to move on from Likely. Honestly, I think he goes somewhere else this offseason.
I can see that, which
I
would be
think he
great for
goes
him.
like, yeah. If he
'Cause-
goes to like the Patriots or something,
oh,
I
that'd
would
be
love it.
nice.
So if he's
I,
stuck on the Ravens behind Mark Andrews, it's done. It's done. It's over.
I need to cover the Lions. Actually, I wouldn't mind him. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but that's also he's behind Laporta.
For me, it'd be fun. Remember that game he had last year, the Kansas City game, like week one, went off. I think 100 yards,
Yeah.
had a touchdown. Everyone's like, "Oh, Isaiah Likely here." He didn't have 100 yards
And
again
then
that
they did
season.
it. And then what's the worst part? They went back to him in the playoffs. Like I remember last year in the playoffs, Isaiah Likely was like Lamar's #1 option. I'm like, dude, can you do this in the regular
Which doesn't make
season? Or
sense. Yeah, I think he's gone.
and then Mark Andrews fucking ruins their season,
Oh, that's
and they
right.
still keep him. I'm
That's
like,
right.
dude.
He dropped
And
the
then they re-signed
touchdown.
him. I think they just recently re-signed him, Andrews. That's why I think Likely's gone. I don't think he
Let's
wants
see.
more money. He deserves more money.
Mark Andrews signed a 3-year extension in December. 40 million bucks. You don't throw it to him. That's crazy. He's
So
one.
this split is always going to be a headache until he leaves. Once he leaves, he will be good. I
He moves.
believe.
Yeah, he moves up to backup depending on where he goes. If he goes to a place like the Lions, or thinking of like, dude, what about Tampa? What about Tampa for Likely? I think that would be
I can see that.
because Otten's not. He's gone. He sucks. Ooh, I'm getting excited about that for Seattle. That'd be sick. Because I do think he's good. I mean, he's proven he can do it. Ooh, I should be a GM. All 32 teams. I'll be GM for all of them. All
I
right,
mean, I would love that.
next Chigakonkwo, who had a better year than I thought. I didn't realize he was tight end 24, so tight end 2, 80 targets, 56 catches, 560 yards, only 2 touchdowns. But it's his best year as a pro. I did not know that. I didn't realize he was so consistent.
Yeah, it's so annoying. But these are all the same type of players too. These two,
And he's another one I
they're
think
like
is going to be a free agent.
carbon
Yeah,
copy.
he's a free agent.
It's the same situation, or not the same situation, but like
It's
I think if
similar.
they get a change of scenery, they could be a lot better. But depends on
I don't think they bring
free
him back
agency. I don't think so either.
because Gunnar Helm, my boy Gunnar, he had a pretty good year too there. So I think he goes somewhere. He has Patriot written all over him. Honestly, Patriot.
I'm just hoping one of these two gets picked up by the Patriots. That's all I'm hoping.
I think these two are good. I think these two get moved up to backup as
What's
soon
another
as.
good team that needs a tight end?
All right, let's think. Uh,
Commanders. I mean, at least like tied to a good
yeah,
quarterback.
yeah. Commanders need one. I'm trying to think of who's the Seahawks tight end.
They just drafted
Oh, they
one. I
just
don't
picked
know.
him. Yeah, what's his name? Fuck. I
Arroyo.
wrote that down. Yeah. He'll be there. Browns because Njoku's probably gone. Oh no, Phantom. Duh.
Yeah. Trying to
Jets.
think of a good
No, they just picked
offense.
one. Oh, we're thinking of good teams, aren't we? Bills, no.
Can't think like the Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah,
If
Chiefs
like just
maybe.
planning for the future.
Houston, don't,
Houston, yeah.
don't know who their
But
tight end is.
yeah, their offense is looking not as appealing this year.
Jacksonville, no, they've got
That's
Strange.
strange.
Maybe San Francisco, because I don't think
Yeah.
they keep Tungus and Kittle's down for the first 6 years. First like actually it was the Achilles. He's probably down the first 4 months of the season.
Yeah.
Um,
He might retire.
there are options. There are options. I think those two go somewhere that fits them. I'm telling you, Lions. Sam Laporta's hurt all the time. Our new offense is probably going to have more. Well, we had a lot of 2 tight end stuff last year. We're probably going to have a lot of two tight end stuff this year. So I don't think
I don't know
have
if,
Lions.
I don't know if you're not gonna want to pay Likely. I think maybe Chase.
I think we go for Njoku, honestly. I think that's what we're going for. I would be so happy. Yeah.
That makes more sense. I
I would be
think.
very happy. Because he's a good blocker, too, so. All right, then Janu, he's a locker room guy, but he should be cut. I don't know.
He's a locker room
He should
guy.
be cut.
He's gonna be last to cut on that list. But yeah,
This career arc for this dude is just insane. I mean, nothing. Just average, bang average, bang average.
look at that Miami year.
Goes to Atlanta, does pretty well. 88 catches for 884 yards and 8 touchdowns as a
That
29-year-old
dude.
tight end. Like, what?
That's why I think Gadsden is gonna be enormous next year. He's gonna be so good.
Honestly, that's a good exercise. Let's see Miami's tight ends over there.
They had
there.
fucking they had a guy walk in off the street catching touchdowns. Who was that again?
This year?
Who's the old Giants tight end? Yeah, they just signed him this year.
Old Jags tight end. I don't know. I don't see him. Dulcich?
No. Darren Waller.
Oh, Darren Waller. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Darren
They
Waller
had
had
Darren
6
Waller catching
touchdowns.
touchdowns. Or
Darren
catching touchdowns.
Waller. We know Johnny Smith the year before that. They had Durham Smythe had a career year. No touchdowns, but this is tougher though because you had Hill and Waddle going
Yeah,
off.
it's harder to tell. Like when he had a tight end he trusted, it went crazy.
Gasicki, that's another.
He's
They get
also
tight ends. They get tight ends touchdowns. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Nice. And then you got 4 picks this year: the 103, 204, 305, 311. I'm not going to ask you what you're going to do. Tim offered that information up if you want to follow suit, but obviously I don't
wait,
think
what
you
did Tim say?
He said that he was going to go running back, but I told him that's probably not going to happen because Love's going to be gone. So he's probably going to go receiver. So
Okay, so he's gonna go receiver. That's not too much info. I mean, I'm
no,
gonna go
yeah,
receiver.
he didn't say he was taking or anything. I think it's too early for that, anyways. But
I'm going receiver at 103.
yeah, I think there's nothing else you can do. I think if you go running back, it's because somebody went to
No,
the
there's
best
nobody.
situation of all time. But again, that's not
There's
happening. It's just not happening.
there's nobody.
And then these, who knows? These are in this draft. These are rough picks. These are who
Yeah,
knows?
these are darts.
Yeah, they're always darts,
They're
but
all the same.
more so. I want to talk about your future here because you have no first next year, but you have 2
Yeah.
seconds, Archie's and your own, and 3/3 your own, Tim's and Seattle's. So maybe you package those around draft time. But is trading some of these guys to try to get more first in your future? Do you think that's a potential avenue, or are you just sticking with what you got?
Hmm. I mean, I obviously want a 27 first, but there's nothing really I can package for one. The only guys that
Yeah,
I want to keep because they're like I have no good vets
yeah.
other than quarterbacks, but like
Yeah,
nobody's gonna trade a first for quarterback.
no, unless they're extremely desperate. But
So I just got to roll with this year.
and then yeah, you're like,
Maybe mid-season trade,
but
but
yeah, and you've
I don't
got
know.
all
I
your
think next
28
year
guys too. So.
I'm gonna have a playoff push next year. I think.
Well, we can talk about that right now, actually, because we have the tier list to talk about. So, Rahul's team tier list. So far, we have Taylor in the bottom tier, which is Rebuilder, whether he likes it or not. Tim and I agreed upon him being in the Tweenersville, which is like between playoffs and Rebuilder. Like, you're probably not going to make the playoffs, but if you do, I wouldn't be shocked. But maybe you should be rebuilding. That's kind of Tim's on the lower end of this, we'll say. Because, could be. So you, I'd probably have in this tier as well, in tier 3. To be fair, I don't think you're a playoff team yet.
Nah.
But that's because you're missing a running back. That can be rectified though if your receivers kind of go off. If you get the best receiver in the draft at 103, if you get that, if you get a good pick there, then I think you're more likely to be playoff than not. If that happens and maybe Trey Harris starts going off or Shakir gets the help he needs. But I think you're firmly in Tweedersville, I would say. But on the ups, on the ups. No offense.
Oh yeah.
Definitely above Tim. I have you above Tim, above Taylor. So yeah. I think that's fair. Agree, disagree?
I agree, but we're going to the playoffs. Like it's guaranteed, you know.
I like this talk to me because I don't know if you remember last year, no, the year before last when you finished last.
It was dark.
It was dark.
I mean,
times. You were ready to quit the league.
I mean, if I didn't have this draft or the last 2 years, there's nothing on my team. There's actually nothing.
Yeah, you had a good draft. It's gonna be a lot of noise here. I don't know if you hear it, but you also had a decent draft here. You got Caleb. You got Corum. Who do we got?
Oof.
Maybe it wasn't as good. Jesus.
No, I got Rome in there though.
Oh, that's right. We
I
traded.
can
We
get
had that. We
traded.
had that 3-man trade. That's right. I forgot I picked Rome. What an idiot. God, Worthy went fifth.
Oh no,
Holy
this draft looks crazy
shit.
looking back.
I mean, maybe bust. Good player. Good player.
We'll
But
see, but not.
but could
But
be better.
Bowers should be first,
Should have been
probably.
first. Yeah, maybe. Not worth the 105. Just a bust from Brooks. God
That's
damn.
crazy. He
Keanu
went that
Coleman
one.
went seventh? That's crazy. Caleb, good pick. Blake. Brian Thomas, that's a good pick all the way at 109. Ladd, pretty good at 110. Trey Benson was a first. Drake May was a first. Look at that. Jane Daniels, 104. 204. Great pick. Great pick.
That is a
Honestly,
good pick.
might not be. He's not that good. Bo Nix at the 303? That's crazy. Nothing else down here.
Mhm.
The draft. All right, well, that'll wrap it up. Any final thoughts on your team?
We're gonna win the Super Bowl next year.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that
We
far.
we'll see.
I do like your team. I do like your team. And doing research, there's a lot of guys I like on here. I think it's just
No, I
you
really
have a lot
like.
of youth. You got a lot of young guys.
I like this 103 spot. A lot better than I thought I would. Because everybody every year says draft's gonna suck. I feel like, other
Everyone
than
says
like,
it. They all say it. Yeah.
but there's still.
I think
I mean,
you get
I'm missing this.
one of these three. Tate,
I mean, I'm
Tyson, and Len.
guessing if that happens, yeah, I'd have to go Tyson.
I would assume Tim would take Tate. But
Yeah,
I don't really know if I love Tate going to the, like. I think I like this as a pick, but as a fantasy perspective, I don't think he's. I don't think that would be good for him because the Browns suck. They don't have a quarterback, so I do love this
yeah,
for Tyson. I think that's 100. That's a great landing spot for him.
yeah. I wish I liked Lemon better, but it's not.
He's good. I know he had injury stuff. I think he would be good at the Jets too. Actually,
We'll see. I don't know what they're doing at
we'll see.
quarterback.
We got plenty of time to talk about that. I will be doing mock drafts of the Dynasty League too. So I'm gonna just not put myself in there. Say, skip me. Can't let you guys know what I'm thinking. Just kidding. I think it's pretty clear what I need on my team, but we'll talk about that when we get to my team. All right, I will let you go. This was good. Hope you enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
We'll get you back on here another time. I'm sure we'll try to get it ready. We got Joe coming on. This is breaking news. We got Joe coming on. Hopefully Thursday. So Thursday, same time. I got to get my research done for Joe's team, and he'll be here for his team review. I'm sure there'll be some fireworks with that, especially with his blockbuster trade last year. I'm sure you all. I know exactly where I was when that trade went down, but that was the big one. So I can find that. Oh, I have to go. Okay, we'll talk about it later. All right, Rahul, thank you for coming on. It was fun. Everyone else, we'll talk to you later. See ya.
All right.